there. I'm Seaweed. Seaweed Platinum on Twitch. This is my first stream. Anybody else want to shout out theirs? Let's go from left to right here. So this is your character, Chocolate.
I'm good.
Okay. Lobos.
Are we describing our characters?
Just anything you want to shout out right now. We can describe characters a little bit later. Just introduce yourself, maybe.
Hello, I'm Moss. I'm very gay.
Very, very well succinct. Okay. Bools.
Okay, sure. So I go by Falsebooles123 online. I have a Twitch. I have a YouTube. Just look it up and you'll find me everywhere.
I'm Nylas. I'm the idiot behind Nowhere Productions. I do a lot of videos on punk genres.
And Roger.
Hi, my name's Roger. I'm just some random loser. I don't have any social media or anything like that, honestly.
Stop it. We're all friends here. And and we are running a campaign of Cyberpunk Red today. This is going to be kind of a learning stream. We're all pretty new to it in our own ways. Some of us a little bit more experienced than others, but we're going to be running Red Chrome. And if you don't mind, I wanted to start us out with a quote.
From the moment I understood the weakness of my flesh, it disgusted me. I craved the strength and certainty of steel. I aspired to the glory of the blessed machine. Your kind cling to flesh as though it will not decay and fail you. One day the crude biomass you call the temple will wither, and you will beg my kind to save you. But I am already saved, for the machine is immortal.
The five of you walk into a seedy bar. It's low lit, it's very humble in the side of a wall in the middle of the bustling city, Night City. It's where you guys were contacted to go to after you were hit up by a fixer by the name of Hornet. He asked you to come by at this time, at this date, to go over some job details for a job that he thinks you individuals would do great at fulfilling for him. How would you like to enter this bar?
Are we expecting trouble here, or is it just casual? Like a casual meetup?
You're expecting a casual meetup. He was pretty laid back when he offered this invitation. He was like, there's nothing to worry about, type of attitude.
Murray just kind of walks in. He already has like a cigarette in his mouth. And he's just like not really paying attention to what's going on. He knows he has to meet the fixer here, so he doesn't know like what time we're supposed to get here. So he just kind of goes up to the bar and just sits down. Okay, he's like 5'6". He's got like silver hair. It's cut really short. He looks like he hasn't like slept in like a week, and he's probably been like on caffeine pills and cigarettes for probably twice 2 weeks. He has like a bit. If you see the Cyberpunk 2020 cover, he's got the big blue jacket that the main guy wears. Except it looks like it's had been like reinforced with armor.
Wilson is a taller man, probably about 5'10", 5'11". He's tan, partially perhaps of Hispanic lineage, with oddly smooth skin, most likely kin skin, and hair that's short, neat, cropped back. When he walks in, he is wearing kind of generic chic clothes, though he does have like a large, wide-brimmed hat that kind of goes over his eyes, and a small poncho that kind of wraps over his shoulders. He probably left his rifle at home. But he walks in, as being the mysterious stranger. A floorboard creaks, even if the floor is not wood. It just happens whenever he enters a new building.
Right, well, next comes in a 5'4" Native American woman who is wearing urban flash clothes, so mostly dark colors, and fingerless gloves. Just looks, how do I describe this? Like she tried, but is still kind of disheveled a little bit. And just dark hair, braid down the back, head down, basically just coming in quietly.
Let's see, so Mia walks in, and she doesn't really look at anyone else in the bar. She saunters over to the far end of the bar, orders herself an aviator, and glances around the room while smoking a cigarette.
I think they would be coming in last. They, instead of their usual full head combat mask, they have, you know those masks that cover M95s and stuff like that? Like that, but it's in the shape of a carbon black dog like mouth. The hair is short, very colorful, shaved on one side, and somewhat messy. She's around 6'2", 6'4". Pretty tall and wearing a cropped hooded jacket and a cropped like boat neck sweater underneath, along with some baggy pants and athletic shoes. Though the pants seem to be cinched around the calves for more athletic look. She's got big boxer energy.
As you all walk into a bar, the man you recognize as Hornet flags you down over to a corner booth to have you all sit down and gather around him. He's a man in his mid to late 20s, but his face shows age and experience for sure. He's a fixer and he knows what he's doing around Night City. That's without a doubt. You've heard whispers of his name before, but he's no Johnny Silverhand.
Does he seem to have any muscle around?
That can be a roll, actually. How about you roll for perception sight? Looking around, you don't see anybody right at the cusp of the booth, but you do see two tall, intimidating figures eyeing over the corner booth every once in a while. One of them has a pretty gnarly-looking cyber arm on his left side, while the other looks to have a pair of metal legs.
I'm going to pick up a drink for myself. What's the most upsetting drink to see someone order and drink with a straw? A gin and tonic.
I was gonna say I'm not a drinker myself, so I'm not fully sure.
Gin and tonic.
A gin and tonic.
Yep.
Okay.
Probably a gin and Nico here, but yeah.
Yeah. Gin and smash.
They seem to, as they sit down, just quietly, they kind of put the straw up under their mask and drink that way.
Okay. Okay. Hornet welcomes you guys into his corner booth, clears his throat, and speaks. I'm very glad you five were able to meet me here today. As you all know, my name is Hornet, and as you probably should know, I know all of you guys. Through various channels, I've heard word that you five are rather skilled in the fields that you are skilled in. And I'm sure you've sussed out that I've called you here today because I have a job offering for you.
I sign at him. How much, how dangerous.
Straight to the business with this one. I like it. He giggles and scratches the brim of his nose with his thumb. So, I have my finger in a bunch of pies around here in Night City. And one of them happens to be shipping. I'm in it deep with a local gang, you might have heard of them, the Iron Sights. He doesn't say that to sound flashy or anything, just to give a lay of the land. Moss and Roger, you have not heard of these folks in your entire life. You rack your brains, you can't come up with anything. And Moss and Mia, you've all heard of the Iron Sights before. They're a minor gang, but they're doing good in their sects. They don't take on anybody big like the Voodoo Boys or Death PM. they just kind of keep to their lane and try to solve their problems and gain more territory where they can. Yes, sorry. Roger, you are able to remember that they've been known to operate with larger companies like Arasaka in the past. I had a certain amount of product on a train car, a Hammerhead train, headed to their outpost just outside of Night City. But I ran across a little trouble when the Red Chrome came along and commandeered that train. The Red Chrome, if you don't know, they're not a friendly
Psychos.
bunch.
It's just straight up Mad Max, chromed out nut jobs.
Yes, they, it's very their way or the highway, to say the least about them. And, in all honesty, I'd prefer to say less about them. They aren't friendly folk. They came along, commandeered the train that I had my product going to the iron sights on, and took the other product on the train, took the entire train itself, and are sending it in the direction of their outpost, just east of Night City in the Badlands.
Which direction was the train going originally?
It was headed north, originally. Still outside of Night City, but towards the iron sights.
Just gonna take a quick head count here, and we don't have enough nomads to deal with this.
Not gonna need a nomad. I have transportation set up. I have new transportation for the cargo set up. What I need from you 5 is to get aboard that train, secure my cargo, and get off the train. Bing bang boom, easy as that. I have my own train on a I've gone through the hassle of getting my own train secured on the service rail to run directly parallel to the Hammerhead. What you guys are going to need to do is hop from one train to another, get in, neutralize the Red Chromers at your discretion, and locate my cargo, get it off back onto the service rail, and you 5 will each be 2,000 eddies richer.
And how big is this cargo?
It is 4 crates. One person can carry a crate on their own.
What I gotta ask, how sensitive is the cargo? And is it something that we need to know about, or is it on a need-to-know basis?
It's nothing you need to worry about. It's just that it's going to my friends at the iron sights, and they're gonna put it to good use once they get it.
Seems a bit low for a train heist.
I wouldn't say low. It's $2,000. What is that? A year's rent for folks like you?
I think
I'm sorry. Bad joke.
She interrupts. I think Lobos interrupts to rub her fingers together in front of his face like money more.
Can I roll persuasion?
Yeah, which one of you guys has the best persuasion?
I got 12.
Probably the media.
Hornet looks you in the eye, looks you up and down, and he gives himself a smirk. It wasn't directed towards you or anything, just he knows something that you don't. I think 2,000 eddies is going to be enough. I mean, that's 2,000 each. That'll get you a long way in Night City. And you know what? I'm a nice guy. You 5 seem like nice people. Feel free to help yourself to whatever else you find on that train. Spoils of war.
I think Lobos pauses at that and looks at the rest of them to see how they converse among themselves. You see that as each of you talks, she kind of just stares at your face
I just shrug.
Oh, Hornet, I'm afraid you never really answered my question. How fragile is a cargo? Can it handle a bit of jostling? Say a sudden stop of the train, or perhaps being thrown off if we really need to? Or should we be extra careful with whatever you got?
I spared no expense with the packaging on this train. Can it survive a train hit? I don't think so. Can you knock it against the wall, drop it on the ground? Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
I think the thing that's bothering me is, why do you need so many people to pick up a couple boxes?
Well, more hands make less work, and frankly, you might want to consider this an audition for future work. I have,
That's fair
like I
enough.
said, my finger in a lot of pies around Night City, and
I don't
if
even know
this
what your
job ends
nightlife's
up going
like.
well, you might have more rolling in where that came from.
When are we leaving the night? Are we leaving the city, and where are we leaving from?
I've sussed out that they are planning on moving the train itself within the next 24 hours. If you could be ready by... give it half a day, meet me back here, and we'll get you on that train. Sound good?
I just sign okay at them, and I begin getting up.
Crates actually look like? Like, do they have your name on them or something?
No, I'm not that brazen as to put my name on my cargo, but get a hold of the manifest, you should be able to find it.
As I get up, I'm going to slide a napkin across to the other 4 members. That just has my agent contact info.
He's gonna kind of lean over to Anne, somebody who hasn't, there's somebody who hasn't really talked or done anything. He's gonna say, do you know how to add a contact on this?
Can I do mine on one of my burners?
Yeah, you
Phone
can...
was just for making calls.
Yeah.
You can add contacts on it, you just gotta throw it away after a bit. Or else it stops being a burner phone.
And I'm just imagining them adding all the contacts as, like, random person from the bar.
Yeah.
I think the minute you add are group texts a thing?
Yeah, there's group contacts. You can be all on like a party chat. That's kind of what the idea behind agents are. They predetermine what you'd want to do. They're synced up with your daily activities, your nervous system, I'm pretty sure.
The second you each add me, you get added to a group thing that just says, here, this'll make talking easier. And that's the only message sent in it.
Basically, we all have, like, a group chat now where we can, like...
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm going to flood it with dog pictures.
Yeah.
God, what did I get myself into this time?
Okay,
Wilson is
so...
leaning over towards Anne, to her if she can add the contacts to his phone.
She won't say anything, but she will take it and like start tapping on the phone until the contacts are in there, and then hand it back to you.
He just takes it a bit in shame. But I also
Murph-
can't turn the ringer off for some reason. I don't know how. And I'm also locked out of my email if you can help with that.
Murphy just watches go on, just like starts, just doesn't even finish. He just takes out his old cigarette, starts a new one. It's like this is gonna be a while.
Okay,
No.
so you guys
So
have
actually
12
processing
hours.
the
Anything you
email.
want to get in order before you head out on this mission?
I think as Lobos is walking away, you are still getting like messages slowly, but she's got a very cold and somewhat intense demeanor, if a bit somber. But the messages are all like, "It is nice to meet you.
Oh,
I
that's
hope we
sweet.
can work together." Can each of you use a gun? I am very... And she just sends an ellipses afterwards. Not good.
I text back, yeah, I can use a gun.
What about the media?
I text back, yes, I can use a gun.
Oh, sorry. She just sends a whole bunch of exclamation points and just, sorry, did not know you were media.
It's cool. Can I do two things, or is it like, I'm not sure? Is this like D&D where you can only do like one thing, or can you do like two things?
You can just kind of get your affairs in order if you need to run down to a gun shop, pick something up, or...
Well, I have to. I want to do a hustle, so I have to roll that.
Oh, yeah, no, this isn't hustle time.
Oh, it's hustle time. Okay, then yeah, I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna check my agent and see if I can't see if it has any like crime reports on like a train heist earlier in the week.
Okay. How about you roll for investigation, I believe?
I think that's right. Yeah.
Looking through screen sheets, looking through any updated news, you don't see anything quite stick out to you. You don't quite see anything stick out to you, probably wanting to keep something like this on the DL, but looking a little bit deeper, reading some of the gossip, you hear a little something about a Militech train being caught under fire by some folks in red all dressed the same.
All right. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
So I'm assuming that like a Militech Hammerhead cargo train is like a standardized like train, right? Would have similar schematics and things for each one.
Yes.
Is it possible to like use my library search skills to try to find like information about the actual train itself, like the schematics of it or the layout?
Sure. This is a military machine, so it might be a little bit tricky, but if you get something good, then you are a net runner. Again, you don't get any schematics exactly. What you do find out is that it is a very heavy train, a very soundproofed train, at least from the outside to the inside. And it's going to be very hard to get this thing to stop once it's moving, or moving once it's stopped. And you actually, with a 20, you are able to get rough dimensions.
Like how big the train is on the outside, basically.
How big it is on the inside, actually.
Oh, okay.
After the armoring. Okay. It is... You don't have the exact blueprints, but someone ex-Militech who doesn't quite like the place. You know how, people on Hearts of Iron, like, who are ex-military, will just upload classified schematics so the tanks can be more accurate?
I did not know that, but I get the vibe.
War Thunder, but yeah.
War Thunder, thank you.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's something like that.
I was going to wiki links, but for
yeah. A typical hammerhead, based on the amount of weight, it's a standardized size. What you're going to have is 3 cars about 6 or... actually, about 12 or 14 yards across in each section, and there's going to be 3 sections.
Okay.
There is an access hatch in the backmost car of the rearmost car. There's an access hatch in the rearmost car, and other than that, it is very heavily armored.
Okay,
Other than that, it's just blast doors that are sealed before it takes off and once it gets to its destination.
Okay. And does the 3 cars count the engine, or are these all like the actual cabin cars?
It is 3 cars and then the engine room, thank you. Engine room is a lot more compact, about half the size, half the length.
I will text the group chat, and then at the end of it, I'm going to post a little GIF from the Great Train Robbery where the guy is shooting the camera.
Anybody else want to do anything, or are we ready to chug along?
I am going to buy a grapple gun for myself.
Okay.
I'm going to go home and feed my rhino beetle.
Okay. Ooh, what's your rhino beetle's name?
Uh, hmm,
You want to just name it Dog?
yes.
Okay. A rhino beetle named Dog. I love it.
I give it one of those very adorable jelly, jelly cube things that they apparently love to eat.
Nice.
Oh.
Anne, you have anything you want to get in order?
Yeah, just go home and get my affairs in order. Where did we say we were meeting?
We were meeting back at the
Just
bar
back at the
in
bar.
12 hours.
Did I see anybody in the bar who had weapons open?
No one carrying something in the arms, but, I mean, it's Night City.
Yeah, who
If
is
you're not
armed?
strapped, you're probably an easy target.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Now the police dog cartoon even says, "Be strapped when you leave your house."
Yeah.
We have Hornet's phone number. Like, is he in our contact list?
He's purposefully chosen to keep his meetings anonymous. He gives you a time and a place and expects you to meet him there.
All that
Okay.
good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna pick up my armor and my weapon.
Okay. It sounds like everybody is ready to get on the train.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Let's get on that train.
Shoot.
Can we see this?
Yep.
Yes, we can. It's very fancy.
Oh, thank you. So, what we have here are our 5 quote-unquote protagonists. At this point, you've been riding for about 45 minutes to an hour in this train. Very tight, very cramped, just enough space for you and a few other boxes that you may procure along the way. And 2 conductors in the pod, right here. Once you've gotten parallel to the hammerhead, they gave you the signal to head up top. So you now stand up top, wind whipping in your face, the hot metal from the desert sun almost melting your boots, but you got grip, and now you need to get on that train. How do you get on that train?
I think Lobos is. By the way, Lobos brought a looks like a big old fireman's axe as her weapon.
Okay.
I think Lobos is going to send a quick message as they take a few steps back, staring at the other train, of just see you on the other side, and I'm going to jump across.
Okay.
I do a running leap and jump across. I do
Yep.
a cool little slide to the other edge, and I stand and wait for the others.
With a running leap, you get across the car very deftly, very what's the word I'm thinking of?
Definitely.
Deftly. Not to belabor a
I can
pun
do
or
it with a
anything.
deft hand. D-E-F-T.
Deft, thank you. I don't know why I spaced on that. Yeah, very deftly.
I mean, I technically do it deftly. But...
Yes. And you slide along the car, find a stopping point, and you're standing there, looking back at your compatriots. According to the schematic that Mia sent you, the access port is going to be this square right here.
I guess I'm up next. That's cool. I'll start. First of all, I'll start scrolling my BD, so I don't forget later. And I guess I'm jumping too, so I can do an athletics check, right?
Yeah, beat a 13. If what Lobos did was grace, you're doing Circus Olay. I'm imagining if anybody's ever seen the Fantastic Mr. Fox, Christopherson when he does the dive into the pool, and it's just like the tiny little sploosh.
And whoever watches BD is gonna enjoy that.
Yeah, that's some good footage.
I'm gonna kind of walk up to the edge,
Oh.
yell out and say, "You gonna help us, you gonna help put the rest of us across?"
Yeah, sure. I'll wait for you guys. I can grab you if you jump, man, but that's about as much as I can do over here.
Okay, make an athletics check.
And I'd be ready to catch him if he falls.
You go to jump, but he is slacking on his job. He's too busy rolling the BD of whatever else he's rolling, and you actually undershoot it, gut check yourself,
Ooh.
and bang your legs against the side of this ventilation system right here. But you are able to grab onto the train. He scrambles over, helps you up.
Brushes himself off. Almost off my head.
Hey, sorry, man. I said help if I could. You gut checked the train. What was I supposed to do?
You get a message. Learn to catch. But it's the number 2.
Learning from other people's mistakes, Wilson is going to kind of reach his cyber arm out and just try to catch anybody who jumps their way across.
Is there any way I can like roll a perception check to see if there's anything that would give me an advantage in the situation?
Okay. Looking around a little bit, you are able to notice that this part of the train over here is a little bit lower elevation, so it might be easier to get onto the train if you start over here. You're able to clear the train. You don't even need anybody's help to do that. Strong, independent woman who don't need no cyber arm. And finally, Anne.
Accepting the help.
Accepting the help, okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay, you got Nylas and Robo Arm here. Happy to help.
Yeah. Here, you know what? You'll get both help. And with the help of these two, you are able to clear it and get onto the train. Congratulations. You're all aboard the Hammerhead.
Wilson's gonna kind of clap his hands and get everyone's attention and just make a motion to like get down.
Not hearing the clap of hands, I'm going to move to jump down the entrance, like to access that.
Okay, you go over to the entrance, try it, and realize it is sealed shut. Sealed hermetically. It looks like you can access it, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. You are going to want to roll a basic tech check.
I do message the group. The door is stuck fast. With a cute little, like, annoyed sticker.
Hold on. One person at a time. What was just said?
We need someone with tech to get into the actual train car.
Wilson is going to try to encourage everyone to be a bit quiet.
I just do a quick sign of okay with them.
Now it's just text everyone. Did anyone check to see if there was an access port?
Yes, according to the PDF that Mia sent out, the access port would be right here. Other than that, it is all blast doors along the sides of the train.
Okay, I text everybody. Instead of us all trying to tech this out, how about our net runner opens it?
Deft hands, you are able to figure out the opening mechanism and pop open the door, and you're now staring down into the darkness, the inky darkness of the train car below. Yes, the door has flung open and by the wind rushing by.
I would like to reach past everybody and place my hand on the inside wall to check if there's anybody inside, because I have a cyberware that lets me...
Tremor sense thing?
Yeah. I have the tactile boost, which within 20 meters I could feel if like people are moving inside that area.
Okay, give me a second.
It is blocked by walls, so.
Yeah, sure. By feeling around, by pressing your hand to the wall of the train, you can feel to about... Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You feel movement radiating from about the entirety of the car. Yes, there is something moving around inside this car.
Is it coming from more than one place, or is it just like something?
It is coming from multiple places. You can't tell how many, though.
Gotcha. You just get a message, all of you get a message, just multiple movements inside. Unsure how many. How do you want to run this?
How deep is it? Can we fit like our whole arm down there, or is it too deep to?
You can crawl. You can crawl down this port.
If I were to stick my camera down there and record for like 3 seconds, will we get like a idea what's in there?
You could try and see what you see.
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not doing this to like the empty like what do you call it when the air goes through air duct.
You stick your camera down there, and when you pull it back up, you just see a quick little scan of a room full of boxes, towered up high against the walls. You can't see anybody, but then at the same time, that probably means nobody can see you.
Yeah, all right. If it's still my move, I jump down.
Yes.
Trying to be quiet, of course.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Assault rifle out.
So, do we all go down the hole?
I would like to go last in the order because I am soft and squishy.
Okay. All 5 of you climb down into the rearmost cart of the Hammerhead. It is kind of dark, but enough that you can see. There are slits of light coming through, cast against the boxes of cargo. They're reaching all the way up to the ceiling in some places, so you're fairly certain that they masked your descent. And you are now standing in the room, and everybody is gonna have to make a hearing perception check. The 4 of you, excluding Moss, are able to hear the gentlest click of guns coming around either of these corners.
You just get a cute message. Just can't hear a thing. Quiet as a mouse.
Wilson will kind of hear that and then raises AR, kind of looking downrange, before putting a hand up and quietly moving up and behind that box to his right, and just preparing to cap anybody he sees.
Okay.
Just keeping partial cover there and preparing to, cap anyone.
Okay. You step out beyond this box and hear someone shout, "Now!" You hear a gunshot ping off of this box and just barely miss you.
He's gonna kind of see those shots hit him and then drop his AR where he is. And his cyber arm kind of splits out and a large spear shoots out, and he's just going to try to stab the person closest to him.
Okay, that would be this guy right here. He is on the ground and bleeding out. He takes both of those spear hits straight to the chest, and you see him spit up something red from his mouth and drop to his knees.
And then I step away and move in between the 2 boxes that I was originally moving into. Yeah, that works, sure.
Okay, your call, because as you round the corner, you come to realize that there is, in fact, someone else right here.
Look around the corner, see that there's obviously somebody there, and pull out my handgun and start firing.
Okay. He takes a round straight to the chest and slams his back against the wall as you come around this corner and just lay into him.
Okay.
Yeah, this one misses and buries itself in the wall behind you, or behind him. And would you like to move anywhere else? Take cover?
Yeah, I'll move up toward Wilson, and just duck behind that box, right at the edge.
Inch around this corner, coughing and trailing blood, and take cover behind this wall while shooting at... Yep, it is going to go straight towards you, Lobos. So they take fire, it grazes right by you, and they are going to try to... This guy's going to stay behind cover here and because they're out of shots. Pop around a corner, and with a hand out, you, Wilson, see their nails extend into long, sharpened claws, and they are going to slash at you with rippers. Okay, yeah, you're able to dodge both of their ripper attacks. Good for you.
Cool. Yep, dodges both. Ready to spear for the next attack.
Okay, next up is Lobos.
Okay. I'm going to commit grievous physical violence on the person that is up and to my left. I think I round the corner and I'm going to hit them with 2 hooks directly to, like, the chest, so they shoved, like, against that wall. I hook them so hard in the windpipe that they fall against the wall and drop. And I'm going to continue up. I'm keeping cover around this box to my right. I'm keeping low, right about there.
To start, can I do my meat action for scanner? That lets me see if there's any, forgot what the term is, any sort of ports to get into the system around here.
You are able to scan this entire room and determine that there are no interface ports within the boundaries of this room.
Just check the 2 guys are already down. Are they bleeding out or are they dead?
They are bleeding out and unconscious.
I'll take a shot at the guy Wilson's fighting.
The first shot you take pings off of them, just grazes them, deflects, and hits a cargo box, while the second one seems to hit center mass, buries right through the protective armor they have on, and they step backwards a little bit, kind of winded by taking a bullet straight to the chest.
Wilson is just going to kind of dodge out of the way of the bullet, getting a clear shot before coming up low and burying his spear. So I kind of duck down, giving my ally behind me a chance to hit center of mass and come up and just stab them once in the stomach with this, pull out, and then just swing it and get it in their throat.
Okay. And with that, after getting staggered by the shot, you come up strong with your spear, let the blood out of their throat. They reflexively reach up and grab, trying to put all that sweet life syrup back in there, but it's like sand through an hourglass, blood through their fingers. They slowly bleed out, fall to the floor, and are, in fact, dead.
Everyone okay?
Wish my shot had actually made some damage, but otherwise, yep, good. Alright, pick your dance partner and rifle through their pockets.
Really like looting corpses, but I
Haven't spent much time in Night City, have you?
Can I roll a perception check to see if I can notice anything distinctive about the different crates in the area, like if they have labels on or anything?
Yeah, that would be, you notice that most of the boxes say Militech on them. This is a Militech train moving Militech cargo. Some of them, however, do say Theseus on them, and that sticks out to you.
You know, I wonder, if you take one of these boxes and place one of the panels with a Militech panel, at what point does it become a Militech box?
Ow. Nice.
After doing a search, I'm not gonna have you roll a check for that. It's just searching a corpse. You check their pockets, check their boots. They have a poor quality pistol, very heavy pistol. I'd say it's not really even worth your time. And they have about 30 rounds of ammunition on them and a disposable cell phone.
Can I check if there's a voicemails or anything like that, or the recordings on the disposable?
Checking the disposable cell phone, you see a message has been sent out recently, like within the last 5 minutes, stating that reads, "Heard noise on roof, Stay vigilant. Investigating now.
Oh, I hate to tell you guys, I think we can expect more playmates. Yeah, just a grunt phone. Take it with me, though.
Okay. You have a disposable cell phone.
Just in case they send out, like, another message. Oh, and the rounds.
Yep, 30 rounds of very heavy pistol ammo.
Oh, well. Mia has a very heavy, right?
No, I also have a heavy. Yeah, I want to be able to conceal it, so...
If anybody has a very heavy, just tell me. I got some extra rounds for you. Now I'm gonna hawk them later.
Are they, like, wearing, like, a Militech uniform, or would I have to roll perception for that?
These guys are dressed in very crisp, military garment with, red trim on it. You don't exactly recognize it, but you can assume that, according to Hornet's intel, these are the red chrome boosters that hijacked the train.
You ever see the old vid Mad Max?
Real life, yes. My character has not, though.
Oh, okay, then you won't get the reference. Sorry.
The Red Chromers are a neo-fascist organization that don't like anything that don't gel with their ideals of neo-fascism. It doesn't matter. On them you find similar things, about a few dozen rounds of ammo and another disposable cell phone on each of them.
Okay. Can I roll a tech check on it, just to see if I can find anything different?
Digging through the phone, you're able to take it apart, reattach it, and determine that it has a very short range, this cell phone. Whatever messages are getting sent are essentially within walkie-talkie distances, especially with such a short-range cell phone and being inside what's essentially a gigantic Faraday cage.
So, am I to understand that they would have only been able to text each other from within their own, like, train compartment? They wouldn't have been able to text someone outside of it?
Not within the compartment. It has a little bit more reach than that, but probably not going to be able to reach somebody all the way back in Night City, being out in the Badlands and in a tiny metal box.
So, you said, like, with the Red Chrome, the only thing we really know about them are neo-fascists. Do we know if they have, like, any paramilitary background or anything like that, Seaweed?
It's mostly youngsters centered around various hate groups who kind of come together to hate together.
Wilson and Lobos, do any of you have military experience?
Not specifically.
Okay.
That's a question I'm not obliged to answer, is it?
No.
You just get a message. No military, just training.
I only ask because some groups might have a very specific lingo they might use when corresponding with each other, and it would be good to try to make sure to be aware of that if we perhaps sent them a text message asking them to, like, check in or something.
Maybe. By the way, I think we should have a plan for what comes next. And he goes and picks up his rifle.
I think you just get a message, car by car, kill by kill. And then there's a sticker of a dog with 2 pistols just shooting.
Oh, that's great. Is it like a photorealistic dog, or is it like a little pixel art thing?
No, it's like a little pixel art thing. It's a cartoon dog.
Oh, that is adorable.
Nice.
Before you go, can I take the lead?
Absolutely.
Before we go, should we text him and say that we flatlined everyone in back here?
We should probably word it a bit differently, but...
I don't know, Red Crow and Legion, I think flatline works.
Let's wait till the job's done to text anyone.
I know, but I got oh, sorry, you weren't here. I got the Crow Legion's phone. I was going to text back to whoever their superior was that this train car has been cleaned out. put them on the not on the ready to kill us.
If you want to.
I'm just checking if you guys think it's a good idea. If they're not like still pointing guns at this door, we could put them at a little bit of ease and get drop on them.
A text comes through. Check their recent messages if they have any.
Already did. Basically just said, that they heard us jumping. Well, they heard Wilson, clothesline the train and to come back here and kill us. At a fair point, I think Wilson should probably phrase the message.
Wilson, have anything you'd like to say over the message?
You can say whatever you want. I'm not the one sending the message.
Okay. Back car cleared. Alright, sending.
Okay, message is sent. Would you like to wait for a response or start moving?
You
Probably
get
start
three
moving.
messages. You get 3 messages in rapid succession of send dog sticker.
No.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Question, is it like the same dog sticker with like the shooting guns?
There's a pause. Yes.
Right.
Double no.
And they grab one of the bodies by the scruff of their neck, on the collar of their clothes, and kind of pick them up. We've got a shield for whenever we go in there. I'm ready whenever y'all are.
You get a message. I'll go in first. Good meat shield.
Your funeral. Whatever.
I think I want to try and sneak into the other car, if I can.
It's a windowed door. You don't see any movement or anything, just more cargo and another door at the opposite end. With that, you are able to crack open the door just enough to slip yourself through. Like you wait for a bump in the rail movement and pop the door open and slip through. And you are now inside the next car. Do you want to use your tactical sensor?
I think so. As I'm walking, I'm trailing a hand across the wall, just so nothing around any corners surprises me.
Okay.
I'm sending progress reports in text form also to the group chat.
Okay. Using your tactical sensor, you don't sense any movement in this car. And it seems like you'll be able to just walk across, open that door, and get through.
I think I send a simple message of it's clear, suspicious. And then there's a very sassy looking dog.
Can I also roll a stealth check as I enter?
Sure.
Yeah, once all make stealth checks, I'm going to keep the body in front of me, so any bullets that end up heading my way hit them first.
Yeah, can I just kind of hide against the wall a little bit and use my scanner action to see if there's any interface ports or whatever it's called?
Okay. Based on that roll, you scan around and are able to ping a interface port against the wall right here.
Nice. Either way now or Netrunner has something to do.
Okay, so my first thought would be, the doors don't have locks on them, do they?
That door didn't have a lock on it, and the access hatch also didn't have a lock on it, just an access handle.
If I can jack into the net and...
Would anybody else like to enter the train car, or would you like to wait for a go-ahead from one of these two?
I'll just enter.
Wilson has entered, by the way. He entered a bit ago, but he waves everyone to come in who wants to.
Hey! Okay, you are jacking into the system. Give me 1 second to...
Do they flip on their VR goggles and just sit down next to the wall?
Sure, your call.
Ooh. Thinking in this sense, I'm literally just hunched over it, typing through DOS shell screens or whatever.
So, when you jack in, it is a black and white void. Now, you come across a dusky noir alley, let's say. There's steam rising from grates, and it is in black and white a la a Casablanca-esque movie. Ooh, you know what it is? It's the entrance to a speakeasy.
That's lovely. Oh, that's so clever.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the entrance to a speakeasy, And as you pop in, you are suddenly halted by a password screen that pops up.
Also, just for flavor text, I'm imagining myself looking exactly like Marlene Dietrich from Blue Venus, but that's not the point. Let's see. Can I use my backdoor action then, which allows me to try to break through passwords in a net architecture?
Yes, you can.
And also, is it just possible to type in like red chrome first and see if that works?
Sure. You know what? Let's see if that works. Okay, with a 9, you are able to backdoor and crack through this password.
Yay! Okay.
And on the other side, you see a staircase leading down to the next floor of the speakeasy.
Okay. So basically, I've cleared the first floor of the architecture.
Yes,
Okay.
you are now on the second floor. Okay, using a Pathfinder action, you know that there are 6 floors to this net architecture. There are 2 passwords, a file, a access node, and 1 black ice in
And
no
remind me
particular
what-
order.
Question: is that counting the password I just cracked?
Yes. Oh,
I'm on
I'm
the second
sorry.
floor.
I'm sorry. I said 6. There are 5. There are 5 floors. I am dysnumeric.
That's fine. So I'm on the second floor. Do I see anything in my immediate vicinity?
On the second floor, you see a file. You see a file floating in space right before you.
Okay. I would like to use my ID function to try to identify what type of file it is. 9 again.
9 again. You are able to crack into it. Looking through this file, you come to soon understand that it is a detailed list of the contents of the train and their locations.
Oh, wonderful. Let me remember how to... And you said there was also an access node in the architecture?
Somewhere in the architecture, yes.
Okay. Just to be clear that I understand that, an access node would be like able to control some type of thing within the train itself.
Some aspect of the train, correct.
I can just do that automatically. So I'll copy the file over and then I'll ask, do you want me to see what this control node is?
I'm sorry, what was that about the control node?
Oh, I'm asking the crew if they want me to see what it is, if it's like worth us risking, facing the black ice in the system. Well, me facing the black ice.
Leave that up to you, but I think yes.
Okay. I'm of similar mind. Is it possible to move down to the next rank?
Yes, moving down to the next floor, you are again blocked by another password.
Okay, I would like to once again do the... Okay, let's run the back door again.
Trying to run the back door, and you are zapped. It bars you.
Okay, so I'm going to initiate my program Warm, which increases all backdoor checks you make by +2, as long as the program is running, it's rezzed up. And I'm going to retry that crack.
Again, able to get through this password.
Okay, and I am now in level 3.
You have now made it through level 3 and are down to level 4. Some low-res folks at a bar raising drinks in unison and putting them back down. It doesn't look like any liquid's actually coming out of them. It just looks like they're going through a process. Yes. On floor 4, your movement is halted by a clump of pixels. A clump of pixels appears in the air before you, swirling around and slowly growing 4 legs and a snout, snarling monochrome flame from its teeth. And you are now facing a hellhound. You beat the Hellhound in that roll. That means that the effect doesn't immediately take action. Instead, we just go into combat, and Black Ice always takes priority. So what this Black Ice is going to do is it is going to chomp at you. And you are going to want to defend against it. I'm not sure.
Run my armor program, which is going to lower all the brain damage you would receive by 4 as long as this program remains rezzed. You can only run 1 copy of it at a time.
I'm going to cut in at this point and say that you get a text back from the burner phone, and it reads, "Who is this?" It goes to the burner phone. Who sent the message on the burner phone?
I have it. Murphy tells everybody what.
Okay.
Murphy tells everybody about that he got a text back.
Shit. What's it say?
Just asking who texted this.
Wait, did you text him with your own phone?
No, with the burner.
Keep him stalled for a bit. Tell him that maybe tell him that one of the guys in the back had their agent damaged. Picked up a burner phone off of one of the people breaking in.
I text back that. No, wait. Sorry, repeat that to me, man.
My agent got damaged. I picked up a phone from somebody breaking in.
Alright. My agent got damaged. I picked up a phone from... Wait, no, this is their phones. This is the burners that their bosses gave them.
Okay, sorry, I thought this was your burner.
No. That's the one I picked up from one of the Red Chrome Legion that got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're texting back. I don't get why he's texting it back. Who is this? When coming from the phone they handed out, but
They probably heard the gunshots.
Might be asking for a name or a code word. Yep. Alright. Let's protect our net runner.
yeah, fair.
Okay.
Just ignore it.
Yeah.
I would like to move closer to the door if possible.
Okay.
Yeah, just right there behind the box.
Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
He's going to move past the doorway, past the back doorway, but looking in and running a shot with his assault rifle.
Like...
No. The back door that we came from.
Oh.
He's going back there and running a shot forward. He'll just drop the dude if he needs to.
Oh, okay. Wait, so your back is to this door?
Yes, and I'm facing the other door
Okay.
with a ready shot.
Okay. Okay, Bools, what would you like to do about this Hellhound? Well, first, this guy's going to attack, so you need to defend.
Oh, sorry, I already did that. Sorry. I'm going to activate my shield program. That's not the name of it. It's program armor. It will... Let's see. Lower all brain damage you would receive by 4, so -4 to damage rolls.
Okay. And with that, they just rolled a 10. So, what's gonna happen is you take 5 points of psychic damage directly to your brain, and your cyber deck catches on fire. You need to use a meat action to put yourself and the cyber deck out. Pardon?
Did you get any good intel? Because we might have company pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question: is it possible to jack out before I put out the fire? Or should I put out the fire?
It costs you can take a net action to jack out, but that will undo all of your progress on the net.
I think it might have to be worth it until we deal with this threat. Because I'm also right by the door, so either I'm getting killed by the virus or I'm getting shot in the face.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
But
is that what you
actually-
want to do? You want to jack out?
Actually, leave it up to the team. Do you want me to deal with the virus, or do you want me to jack in and try to deal with the situation here?
This might be our only chance to get an eye on that manifest.
We also have no idea what.
I do have
You
one
already
manifest.
have the manifest.
Ah,
I'm trying to-
okay then.
yeah.
Pull out, man.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, and with that, You shoot out backwards through the entire path you just took and are out of the speakeasy, out of the alley, and out of cyberspace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I'm
sure
going
thing.
to hop off for now, but
Thank
thank
you
you
for-
for DMing for us.
Yeah, thank
Oh,
you
yeah, thanks. It's
for
been a great time.
joining me on this adventure. Thank you all for playing along. Did anyone want to plug anything else before we jack out?
No,
I'm solid.
I'm still gay.
Okay, good to know
I
nothing's
am.
changed.
Love that.